In this video, we're going to be talking about a pick six lottery strategy, so stick around. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Dennis Dunn from Lottery Players Network, the channel where we give you lottery tips and lottery strategies to help make your next lottery ticket a winning ticket. So today we're going to give you a pick six lottery strategy. Now, the pick six lottery, known as lotto, doesn't get much respect when it comes to Powerball and Mega Millions with the large prizes. But the odds of pick six are 200 million times better than Powerball or Mega Millions. So if you have a good strategy, you can score some nice cash. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're in on my computer. We're on the Google home search page. So this is what I want you to do. In the search bar, we are going to go to lottery host. Okay, click on that. All right, so we got lotterypost.com up here. Click lottery post. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to do lottery results. All right, so here we are, lottery results. So now you click on your state. All right, so considering I'm from New York, we're going to use New York as an example. All right, New York. All right, now on this page we have the game. So what you want to do is scroll down to your pick six. All right, so in New York it's known as lotto. All right, so what we're going to do is click on past results. Okay, and it gives us a whole bunch of past results for the lotto drawings. Now, what I want you guys to do, all right, is print this sheet up. All right, and once you print it up, okay, I want you to go down the page and under every 8 draws, draw a line, okay? Because every 2 draws a week, all right? And then, so 8 draws is going to be a month's worth of games, all right? And the reason for that being is the patterns kind of tend to change from month to month. So when we're looking at the numbers, we'll kind of see the pattern changes. But what we're going to do here is basically a number analyzation to give you the best odds of winning some money. All right, so let's get into it. Print this up. All right, and then we're going to talk more about this system. All right, guys, so you printed up your sheet. And now you've drawn the line under 8 rows of numbers, so you know the numbers are month to month. Okay, so what I want you to do is get a blank sheet of paper, all right, and start scribbling on it. And what we're going to do is across the top of the paper, guys, all right, what we're going to do here is we are going to write past 8 numbers, past 8 numbers, past 8 numbers. Okay, now what we're going to do here, the first column is going to be odd evens. The second column, okay, is going to be first number. And the third is going to be the last number. Okay, so what you want to do in each of your 8 columns, all right, you want to find out on each draw how many odds, how many evens, all right? and then you see which one was the most popular. All right. Then on the first number, okay, is it 1 through 10? Is it in the teens? All right. And is it in the 20s? And how many times does that happen? All right. So you find out what is the most popular combination for the first number. So you'll find out when you look at these numbers. All right. And on the third one, you're looking at the last number. Okay. Is it the last um, 4 or 5 digits of the game? Is it the next 4 or 5 digits of the game? Or is it under the last 10 digits of the game? Okay. And what this will do is this will break down, okay, what is the most popular combination, okay, of your numbers. So, all right, what I did when I was looking at the lotto games, all right, I found that, all right, the four even, two odd was the most popular combination. All right. For the first number, 1 through 10 was the most popular combination. All right. And on the last number, okay, the last four the last 4 digits were the most popular combination. So what you do on these things, all right, you write down these numbers, which ones were kind of the most popular. And what you do, so it's like basically for your first number, all right, I found that, all right, the popular numbers between 1 and 10 were 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Okay. I also found that the popular last numbers, okay, were 57, 50, and 49. Those are the most popular. Okay. And so now you kind of get an idea of what numbers are running in the front, what numbers are running in the back. And then now you basically just got to figure out, okay, what numbers to put in the middle. Now, on that sheet, you go through each of the 8 days, all right, and you do this for every 8 days to kind of get an idea of how the numbers are running, all right, and what's kind of seems to be the most popular that you got a good chance of, you know, better odds with. So your numbers that you might want to pick, like I said, you have 4 evens and 2 odds. All right. Now, when you're looking at the odds and evens, also check, okay, make a notation of how many times that the first and the last number, were they both even? Were they both odd? Were they odd and even? So that's something to look at. So you got to check that as well. All right, guys. So now you've gotten your odds and evens. All right. You've gotten your first numbers and you've gotten your last numbers. All right. And now we have to try to pick what we're going to do in between. So what we're going to do, let me just show you here. All right. We're on your sheet. What you want to do is just kind of look down the sheet and see what numbers are popping up fairly consistently between the first and the last number. And just, go down the page, take a look, all right, and write them down, okay? Because now you've got an idea of what numbers are running in the front, what numbers are running in the back, okay? And we got to find numbers in the middle. So what you do, copy down all the numbers that you see popping up pretty consistently, all right, in between. Now, when I did this, I ended up coming up with about 24 numbers, all right. So what we do, all right, is we're going to check out another website that I'm going to show you. All right, let me go back here. All right, back, 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 back. All right, so on the search page, we're going to hit pick 34. All right. All right, pick 34. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down a little bit here. Now on the, all right, well, on the, would be on the left-hand side of the page. All right, we're scrolling down, and what we want to do is find, here it is, pick 6 wheel world. All right, click on that. All right, now, let me just slide my mush over a little bit so I can show you guys. All right. So what we're going to do now, we have all these numbers now that we have. All right. We picked numbers to the front. We picked numbers to the back. We have a good amount of numbers in between. Now, depending on how many numbers you picked, all right, what you got to do here is basically find a lottery wheel that you can plug these numbers into. Now, I'm going to show you the one that I used. All right. But I mean, it all depends on how many numbers you use. I had 24 numbers. All right. So here was this one here. So on this, what it does on the bottom here, you plug in all your numbers. All right. And then you hit start wheel. And what it does is it gives you all these combinations of games that you can play with these numbers. Now, obviously, this one's got, 74 games on it. And it's like, you're probably saying, Dennis, you crazy? I'm going to be spending $74 to play Lotto. You out of your mind? All right, relax. Hold on, because there's a method to my madness. All right. So, what I want you to do is, depending on how many numbers you picked or what you got, all right, you pick a lottery wheel and you plug in the numbers. Now, you remember when we were doing how many odds, how many evens, what were the popular combinations? Okay, were the numbers both, you know, even? Were they both odd on the front and the back? You remember that, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is you can go through, once you started this wheel, you plugged in the numbers and you have all the numbers here. All right, you can find all the games that have the right amount of odds, the right amount of evens, or ones that have, you know, an even number in the front and maybe an odd on the back, or an odd in the front and even on the back, or, whatever the case may be. All right. And you pick them from here because now this has plugged in all the numbers for you as possible combinations and see how many, all right, you can play off of here, and it'll cut down the amount of games. All right, guys. So, you got your numbers. All right. You know which patterns you're looking for, odds and evens. All right. So now it's time to basically pick the numbers out of here that you want to play. Now, remember that, this is twice a week. All right. And you want to play these numbers for like 12 weeks. All right. So, depending on what your budget is, all right. So, how many games are you going to play that you can play, twice a week, basically, for 12 weeks. All right. And go for it. And hopefully, you know, you come out a winner. All right. But this is probably one of the best ways to beat the odds. I mean, most of the pick six games are anywhere between, I would say, like 7 million to 13 million to 1. All right. And depending on, how many games you play, you're cutting that in half. But I mean, this is a real good way to increase your odds on winning. So this is pretty much the strategy in a nutshell, guys. So whatever your budget is, all right, pick the many games that you want to play, all right, twice a week, all right, and play for 12 weeks. All right? So that's what you got to do. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for this video. All right. If you like this video, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. All right. And you'll be notified of our next video. Also, don't forget, check out our website. It's for lottery nuts like us. It's lotterynuts.net, where we got cool stuff for lottery players. And don't forget, I'll have freebies for you down below as always. All right. So I'll have something for you. So check down below. All right. I'll have a guide, an ebook, something. I usually try to find something good that you guys can use. All right. So we'll check you out on the next one, guys. Peace.